Good afternoon, everybody. One of the pressing issues that I would like to discuss with you all today is the lingering burden of credit card debt, especially in our Jamaican society. Now, why do we have credit card debt? Why do people even get themselves in the credit card trap? The main reason why that happens is because a lot of people tend to spend more than they make. They're living above their means and they're now relying on credit to fill the gap. I remember when I first got my credit card, I didn't want a credit card. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of reading on how to make money, how to avoid debt. And one of the things that came up in most of the articles I read is credit card debt. Most articles on wealth building will advise you against getting yourself into credit card debt. A lot of articles will tell you to avoid credit cards altogether. I'm not sure if you know the popular entrepreneur and YouTuber Dave Ramsey. He's totally against credit cards. And I support him because when you have credit cards, it's almost as if it tempts you on a daily basis to use it. No, I veered off track for a while. So let me tell you how I got my first credit card. When I was purchasing my first car, I went to the bank. I had no intention of ever getting a credit card. But when I was purchasing the car, I had little to no money left. So I didn't have any money to do licensing and insurance. Nothing. I had $0. So I went to the bank, I was finalizing the loan, and I realized that the teller kept, not the teller, she's not a teller, she's a loan officer. She kept pushing the credit card on me. She kept trying to convince me to take a credit card, and this is something that she brought up over and over again, to the point that I started to wonder if whether or not loan officers or bank employees get a commission or some sort of bonus from issuing credit cards. Nevertheless, she convinced me to take the card because she said that I could use the card to insure the vehicle. At the time, the limit was $50,000. I had no money, so I said, okay, what the heck? I might just use the card to pay off the insurance and never use it again. Lo and behold, I used my card every single month, but I was smart with my card. As a matter of fact, what I would do is I would use my credit card to fund every expense. And then when we reach a limit, I don't use the card anymore. And then when I get paid, I would then use my salary to pay off the card and then use the card over again. In an essence, the card kind of paid for itself because there's a monthly fee attached to it. Nevertheless, there was a time where I had spent too much and I had incurred credit card debt for a few months. Interest on credit cards are crazy. I was getting charged $7,000 every month for interest. I think the limit for the card was about $250,000 thereabout. And I kept saying to myself, if the limit is only $250, what about the persons who have double that, who are unable to pay off the card every month? They must be paying at least double the interest I'm paying. And I can see how that would limit anybody from actually being able to build wealth. You can't save. If you can't save, then you have no money to invest. If you have no money to invest, you're not earning anything on your money and your wealth is not growing. All your money is going into credit card debt. So, is there a real reason for you to even take a credit card? No. In my humble opinion, people don't need a credit card ever. That's just my opinion. Once you are able to spend within your means, there's no reason for you to get a credit card. Alright, think about it. You have a credit card and you have a $300,000 limit. You reach the limit and you're unable to pay off the card each month, and you're incurring $10,000 interest every single month on that card. It grows and grows every month. And what the card essentially does is dig you deeper and deeper into a pit that you find it harder and harder to climb out of. Now, what should you do if you ever get yourself caught in this trap? The first thing you should do is divert every spare dollar towards paying off the credit card. Because interest on debt is one of the worst things that can keep you from building wealth. One of the best feelings in life you'll ever get is being debt free. So my advice to you, try and avoid credit cards at all possible costs.